Sure, well, look, it was days like this, were you expecting this when you signed up to move over to New Zealand?
Yeah, not quite. I mean, I think everyone sort of badmouthed the weather a little bit and said, get ready for the cold, the wind and that sort of thing. There's been a couple of days this week that have been like that, but days like this make it pretty easy to come into work and get stuck in, so it's good.
We were just talking with Alex about the number of youth coming into, and the youngsters coming into the side this year. Does that put extra pressure on somebody like yourself coming in with a fair bit more experience than those young guys?
I wouldn't say pressure. I think the role's sort of the same for me, or the way I look at it. I think as I said, there's a lot of young players, a lot of young exciting players that have been signed and coming through. So it's exciting, and it's a chance for them to sort of show what they can do. And for the older ones, it's a chance to sort of try and match it with them and show them the way forward and to sort of motivate us as well.
You've had a bit of time, obviously, in the Phoenix camp. What's been your big takeaways from how this club operates, and maybe slightly differently to other clubs you've been at before?
Yeah, I think it's still early days, but I think it's been a very professional sort of setup from the get-go. I think Fulk's instilled a lot of good cultural things early on, and hopefully we can carry those through and get a nice culture about the club with a sort of a rebuild of the team.
And in terms of that culture, there was a lot made last season of the fact that Phoenix really connected with New Zealand and with Maori culture. In terms of that initial culture you're talking, is that just kind of his way of operating, or is it actually touching on wider New Zealand culture as well?
I think initially it's just about the culture of the football club here in the Phoenix and what he wants the team and the players of the Phoenix to stand for in the footballing respect. And I'm sure as we move forward he'll touch on some of those other things that have a bit more of a broader issue.
Because how do you go about when it's just such a new team, and I guess you're meeting players, and just how do you go about that team bonding and just trying to get to know each other?
Yeah, I mean it's a bit like that first day of school sort of scenario, isn't it? Everyone walks in and you sort of a lot of new faces and not really know anyone, but that's the beauty of a football club, is that everyone's here for the same purpose and the same goal. So it's pretty easy to gel when you've got that mindset. And as I said, things we've done around the club, we're having team lunches and that sort of thing, help to build that environment and that culture, and the rest of it takes place on the football field.
And because you've been able to kind of settle in, away from the pitch as well?
Yeah, I've got my wife and young kid over with me as well, so we're settling in. We found a place to live. We're finding all the little pockets of Wellington that I've got little hidden secrets and all that sort of thing. So obviously it's a beautiful landscape and everything. So we've been enjoying just sort of getting around and seeing the place.
In terms of being Aussie, where's cricket on your landscape at the moment?
I'm keeping tabs on it, yeah. It'll be an interesting one today, I think. But obviously New Zealand have done well to sort of get themselves in there in the final. So it'll be an interesting couple of days, I guess.
Is there a little bit of banter or rivalry between Aussies and Kiwis even in a Phoenix setup, or do you instantly put the Tasman rivalry aside and come together under the Phoenix banner?
Yeah, I suppose I've only been here a couple of weeks or training in the training environment for a couple of weeks, so yet to sort of see how much that'll escalate, but I'm sure I'll throw a few jabs in there depending on the result in the next couple of days.